Hello and welcome to Chess with Simon. I'm Simon. So a lot of hard thinking about this game with Nigel, and I'm going to take the rook with check, and then I'm going to move my queen away from being attacked by that rook. So I don't want him to take here because it'll draw my king into the open. So we take here with check, and then next time we'll decide to put the queen on h4. Don't tell anybody. I think it's the natural square, isn't it? I suppose you could put it on g5. It wouldn't be ridiculous. That wouldn't be ridiculous. Check. This lovely game with Keith. Love the king's gambit. Let's take the pawn. So we're defending our pawn with the bishop. I know what white's next move is. It's going to hurt Keith to play it. It's hurting me to talk about it. It's connected with the queen exchange, but let's see what happens. You never know. So g6 or e6 here. g6 or e6, g6 or e6. I mean, we're playing g6 the whole time, right? We're kind of thematic in g6, aren't we? So finally, Horde Coach got into Zugzwang, I think. So I think I take this. I take, as it might be 3 times, and sack a bishop. But it's not all over then either. There's still work to do. Anyway, for now, we're playing takes. I imagine we're going to sack the bishop. This one, I actually think... I think black's going to win. I think black's going to win this. Let's offset the fateful day. I don't know if this even helps. I suppose black can start taking here as well. Alright, well, that's up to black, isn't it? Basically, we're just making moves now. I mean, I don't think I'm going to... I think I'm a piece up here. With, as it happens, there's also a slightly better pawn structure. Well, a better pawn structure. I think you win the pawn in games. So I'm optimistic there. This one, I'm also optimistic because I think I might be able to eke out a draw against my friend Liam. I mean, there's one weakness, right? You need 2 weaknesses. But we are down material. So it's all very interesting. I mean, come on, let's be optimistic. Let's try and win it. Why not? Your move, sir. This one, talking of optimistic, if you're really optimistic here, you think we might be able to draw. So here's one way we could draw. I go here. King goes here. Takes. Try and survive this, because those pawns are mucho danger. Mucho. I don't like those pawns. They're bothering me. Are they bothering you? Let's see. Game against Justin, I think we're getting a pair of rooks off. I've thought about it. So, and after that maybe I'll double. Well, maybe I don't need to double. So if I don't need to double, why am I swapping rooks off? Maybe I do need to double, but then isn't black just going to take my pawn? I mean, instead of swapping rooks off, maybe I just defend the pawn with the rook. Alright. I mean, I don't want to give the impression I'm making this up as I go along. And so consequently, let's stick to the original plan. Because it kind of deflects that rook, and then I can put my rook somewhere nice. We take the pawn, and we hope that white takes back and we win a piece. But we suspect that white is too good for that, because white's played really well. This one, we attack a knight. Our hope is to, for the knight's move, we take the bishop, or for the knight check here, we go here, and not much happens that's particularly good. But I don't know, there's some potential to... We're not going to get mated or destroyed in some way, are we? I don't think so, because we're always safe on the dark squares. I mean, I suppose what you're scared of is rook here followed by rook here check, but luckily the knight dies before that can happen. So we can just like undermine the construction, as someone like Peter Lecco would say. In fact, there's no one like Peter Lecco. Justin, did you do that immediately? Well, we know the rules, don't we? I think it's rook e1 here, Nick. Rook e1, look at that, look at the stats. It's a bit more of a volatile move. So basically, sorry, I just touched my microphone if you got a strange noise on there. I was so interested in chess, I didn't notice I was touching the microphone. Okay. We're going to ignore this phenomenon that we constantly come back. Ian's moved. I don't know, I mean, take the bishop. Maybe the queens are coming off. But Ian's not the sort of guy who likes the queens to come off. A bishop is a bishop, as Bobby Fischer never really said, but we get the idea. This one, Oh, Ian, why do you give me these difficult decisions to make? I mean, we could play this, bishop e6, and when they attack the bishop. The point is, there's a right here, if we just do anything like this, there's a tactic which is this. And then the bishop hangs. I mean, you can still do it if you want to. For instance, here, black's doing okay. So maybe we can call white's bluff and just do it. Just push. But I suppose the risk is, if you do that, the risk is takes, takes, takes. Well, now takes. Attacks the queen. No, you can't do that. Well, you can. Takes. But you got to favour, that's just a mouse slip. Should have taken the bishop. You've got to favour black here, haven't you? I like what black's done here. But I don't know, I just don't see any reason to play the push. I just think it's provocative. I mean, you know, everything about these games is provocative. But the thing is, or rook e8, or bishop e6, which sort of sacks a pawn. Should we play bishop e6 and play for activity like this? You see this? Yeah, let's play bishop e6. Just play for activity, just develop. I mean, I suppose we could pin the knight. Alright, that's a lot of talking from me, isn't it? A lot of talking. Time to take action, party people. Ian, I think there's one more Ian game, isn't there? I have a memory. I have a memory. Okay, hang on. Liam, not Maxime. I'm waiting for not Maxime. You wouldn't be waiting for Maxime, would you? He's such a quick player. Some lovely games here, actually. So one against Liam I'm hoping to draw. One against Sidewinder I'm hoping to draw. Such big dreams I've got around here. One against Simbacaned, which I'm expecting to win, because I think that's a one rook ending, pawn up. Put the rook behind the pawn, and we're in heaven. Should we have a look at the chess.com games? And the answer is, there isn't even that many. I don't think. This one. Shall we push? Come on, let's push and break up the kingside pawns. Onward! It's not like me, I'm not generally a hacker, but, you know, I think the position, one has to play in tune with the demands of the position, and the position is screaming hack. So what do we do here? This is kind of showboaty, isn't it? Everyone loves a showboater. No, they don't. I mean, this probably a good idea if we're if we need space. If we need space, it's probably a good idea. So should we showboat away? Queen can't take it. Knight can't take it because you lose the rook. So I assume that that's just kind of a good move, even though it's a bit flashy. Yeah. What about g4 here? Before black can play h6 and g5. Yeah. It's come to me in a flash of inspiration. g4. Let's get on with it. I want to try and penetrate with my king. It's basically what endgame. Well, not what endgames are around, but they're often around penetrating with your king. Defend this, not to let the king in, so the squares b4 and c4 are covered by pawns, so white can't break in, and we can nurse our slight positional advantage because white has double pawns. And we saw ourselves losing a pawn endgame. Luckily, we were lucky enough to get away with it, but we were losing a pawn endgame because double pawns are just less flexible. But you know, the trick was not to let your pawns get doubled, right? It's too late. When it's too late, it's too late. Okay, let's take this pawn and let's just... that queen's not running away. It's not allowed to move. Could think about starting to take on e2, but... For instance, if white castles, you take the queen and you take on e2. Only you don't, because my queen was then hanging. All right, well, I think taking that pawn's not a bad move. You can't get mated, can I? No, because the queen's pinned. Always check you can't get mated. Also, the back rank is covered by the knight and the queen. But it's better to check that before you press the button, the send button. Look here. All these attempts to make my life sad and hopeless. I mean, I'm quite good at doing that myself. Oh, actually, do we need to even push here? Maybe we just approach with the king. Or maybe we... Oh no, this is the problem. You'd want to go here. And then takes, check. And although I believe white's still winning, black's made a lot of progress there. So instead, I think we just bypass everything, don't we? Yeah, I think so. I think we just swerve the situation. Yeah. I love endgames. I absolutely love them. Okay, Josh Latosh has mullered me here. I'm really proud of him. What a good move. Forking the bishop and checkmate. No way out for white, but luckily I'm particularly proud because I actually saved the situation here, I think. He gets a piece. I exchange bishops. I take here, maybe. And now black's king is so windy. I mean, I'm coming here next. I think white can probably still win this, but white's shed a whole piece through some very clever tactics by the enterprising young lad. So full marks, Josh. Tell your mum I say hi, your mum and dad. I see them walking the dogs various times. Great little trick, which I totally missed. Go back to tactics school, Terrington. This one, I don't know, don't you play c6 here? Oh, I don't know, because it's weird, because the fact that white's played c3, okay, I'll need to think about that for a bit. I don't know. It's a slightly passive move, but it's probably not a bad move. It's not a bad move. Oh, yeah. e6, that'll take some... I mean, probably is bishop g2, right? But I'll need to think about that. That's a new move. Okay, I've got reason to believe that black is winning this. The question is... The appropriate question is, how long is this going to take to win? Because I think your pieces can leap in. I mean, I'll give you an example. Just an example. Rook e8, king d2, bishop f4, king d1. You know, bishop g4, f3, bishop takes f3. I think the king's trapped. I think it's mate. So, I think we give a check, and then we let white reflect on his actions. Oh no, the bishop can take that. I'm going to be reflecting on my own actions at this rate. Okay, well, the good news is in positions like this, there's always things to do. How about this? In a position the bishop can't take. We get a queen in as well. Can't be bad. Sorry, that was a bit of a sad effort, wasn't it? But at least we saw it before we made the move. It's part of it, isn't it? Aaron, let's stop that pawn. It's worrying me. Aaron rightly told me off for being up so late last night. She lives in Australia. So we shouldn't be overlapping much. I think that's everything. So before we go, we have a tradition, don't we, of doing a tactics puzzle. So let's see what the tactics puzzle is. And after this, I'm really going to bed. I'm doing it really early. It's only 8 minutes to 12. Okay. The thing is, I've got a day job. And I've also got... I'm very, very blessed with children. Keeps me busy. Knight f6 check. Can't move the pawn forward. Got to go in the corner. I mean, pawn a4 springs to mind. Maybe you do the check with the queen. Maybe you do the check... No, it doesn't work, because then white can play d4 and block it. So I think you've got to do it with the bishop, and then the knight, the king goes to g6, and then you can't quite play... Well, maybe you can play a4, and then the king takes the knight. But then you got queen... Queen something or other. Queen b6. Does the bishop go in the way? I doubt it. I think this check is what you do. Just feel it. I think the push is what you do. I just feel it. It will be. Ah, I love it when it is. And then what do we do? The queen check? The bishop check? Pawn check? Is it a pawn check? Pawn check. King has to go. Well, king can go in the corner actually, which is the end of the fun. Queen check. Bishop here. I mean, come on. I just know this can't be that hard. Queen check, bishop there, queen here. Oh, I just think this queen check is so juicy. Yeah. Now the thing is, no bishop here, no bishop here. Check here. Pawn in the way. Check here looks pretty terminal, I think. No! Try again. I don't know, pawn push? Okay, this is embarrassing. Come on. I'm not doing another one because I'm so tired. It's fine. Basically, to be honest with you, I'm happy to be over 2,900. I think it's fine. I think 3,000. I've been to 3,000 before. I think 3,000 could be a thing. Well, 3,000 will be a thing. Just needs a bit of patience. Check here. Okay, that was like mate in 2. I think less tired me would have spotted that. It's an excuse, isn't it? And to pay for that excuse, I will do another tactics problem. Okay. Although it's also true. Check. Oh, someone just resigned. Check at the back. King somewhere. Check with something else. Check at the back. King here. Check there. Oh, come on. Let's just play it from instinct. Check here. King there. Check here. Oh, it's quite running. Check here. King runs. Check here. Check gun mate. And it's kind of cute, right? There we go. We lost our streak of, but you can't worry about everything, can you? Life's too short. Thank you. It's great to see you all. Wish me luck in the game against Gary. I will need it. Wish me luck in the game against Liam. I might get away with it. Wish me luck in the game against Nick. It's only just beginning. And we're both playing these double fianchetto, sort of double English systems. Wish me luck. I hope you're enjoying the heat wave. If you're in the UK, I hope you're enjoying the weather. If you're not in the UK, thank you so much for joining us. Keep well, everyone. Bye.